Okay, so we are going to be talking about two types of conversions today. We're going to look at rate conversions, and then after we do rate conversions, we're going to talk about cubic conversions. Really, nothing is new about these types of conversions. They're just like doing metric to metric using factor label or English to metric. The difference is that for rate conversions, we're converting two different factors rather than just one at a time. So, using your conversion card that you made, or if you haven't made it yet, your conversion factor chart that I gave you in your Unit 2 packet, we're going to look to see if we can find a way to convert 1,230 feet per second into miles per hour. So what you do for this is you're going to start by converting one part of the factor. So I'm going to start by converting the 1,230 feet to miles. Then after I get my problem set up so that I have found miles, then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to convert seconds into hours, and it's going to be in one long problem. So you're definitely going to need your calculator. You're definitely going to need your conversion card. So the best way to do this is just to kind of jump on in. So right here, I see 1,230 feet per second. So that's my given. And of course, we always start with our given factor. So I'm going to put my 1,230 feet over a second. And then I'm going to go look for a conversion factor where I can convert feet to miles. And if you look at your conversion chart, you'll see that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. So I'm going to go in and put this in, and I'm going to put feet on bottom because I have to be able to cancel out feet. And then I'm going to put 1 mile on top. So I've gotten rid of feet, and I've been left with mile, which is one of the things I'm looking for. So I'm done with that. So the next thing is I have to convert seconds to hours. So there's several different ways that you can do this. If you don't know how many seconds are in an hour, you can say the number of seconds in a minute. So let's just say that I don't know the number of seconds in an hour. So I know, though, that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So now I get rid of seconds, but I'm left with minutes, and I need to go to hours. I need to go one more. So I know that there are 60 minutes. Yeah, 60 minutes and 1 hour. And so I can cross out my minutes. One convenient factor that you may want to add right here is 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds. That's just a neat one to have because you do see this one quite often. But if you didn't know that, you can do this, and either way, you're going to get the right answer. So I've gotten rid of seconds, I've gotten rid of minutes, and I'm left with hours. So now I have everything that I need. And notice hours on bottom because hours on bottom on what I'm looking for. So now I'm just going to punch it into my calculator. So I get my calculator, and I'm going to say 1230 times 1 equals times 60 equals times 60. And this gives me this great big number, but I'm not done. So that's divided by 1 divided by 5280 equals, and of course divided by 1 be the same thing. So I find that my answer is 838.636. And later you'll learn about significant figures, so it would be 839 miles per hour. And so that would be my answer. Okay, so I convert both factors in order to do a rate conversion. So I've got another practice problem down here, and it is 53 yards per hour, and I want to know how many inches per week that would be. So if you want to try it on your own, you can pause the video now. For those of you who want to follow along, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to inches. And so I start with my given, which was 53 yards in an hour. And I know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So that gets rid of yard. And I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So that gets rid of foot. So I'm left with inches, which is what I was looking for. So now I need to convert into weeks, okay? So I know that there are 24 hours in a day, and I know that there are 7 days in 1 week. So that gets rid of days and hours, and I'm left with weeks. And so that goes right there. Remember how I told you it's like a puzzle. You just have to make it fit. You manipulate the conversion factor as you need to. So now I'm just going to run it through my calculator. I'm going to say 53 times 3 times 12 times 24 times 7. And then that's 1 all the way across. So my answer is 320,544 inches in a week. And with significant figures, that is 32,000 inches in a week. And that would be my answer. Okay, so all of these conversion factors, a lot of them were not on my conversion chart, and that's just because this is stuff that you should already know. Like, you should know there's 12 inches in a foot, you should know there's 24 hours in a day, so on and so forth. So remember, you know a lot of the links to get from part 1 to part 2, or from step 1 to step 2. So that's rate conversions. You have a worksheet called rate conversions that you need to complete. But I want to take a few minutes and I want to talk about cubic conversions. So cubic conversions, you don't have a worksheet all alone on this one. Instead, just every so often, you'll have a cubic conversion that just kind of gets sprinkled into a worksheet that you're working on. So you may have seen these whenever you were doing some problems and you're like, "Ooh, I'm not sure how to do that." And you probably skipped over it. And that's okay, because I'm going to show you how to do this now. So on this one, we have 39.09 cubic feet, and they want to know how many cubic inches that would be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my given, which is 39.09 cubic feet. And I know I've got to use a conversion factor. Now, normally, I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. But the difference is this is not a foot, this is a cubic foot. So I need to know how many inches are in a cubic foot. So to do that, I'm just going to say 12, and I'm going to cube it. Now, my cubic button is right here. You have to say second 1, and it cubes it for me. And so I find out that it's 1,728 inches cubed equals 1 foot cubed. If you don't have that, you may have this little caret button. It looks like a little house top. So you could say 12 to the third. You could try that. Or you may just say, 12 times 12 times 12. That's one way to do it. But, just check your calculator to see if you have it. A lot of you will have like a squared button, but you have to kind of look around for the cubic, and there's mine right there. So you're doing the same thing that we've been doing, but you've just got to do one more step on your conversion factor. I just have to cube this conversion factor. Okay, and of course 1 cubed is 1, so I just have to cube the other number. So now I'm going to go plug this in. So I'm going to put my 1 foot cubed on bottom so that it will cancel out, and then 1,728 inches cubed on top. And so now I just run it through my calculator. 39.09 times 1,728. And I get 6,754.7.52, and we find later that that would be 6,750 inches cubed. And that would be my final answer. And you'll understand why I rounded it like that after we do significant figures, okay? But if you got this as your answer, then you worked it right, and that's what you're supposed to do right now. So let's look at this one. So we have 32.87 yards cubed, or cubic yards, and we're converting this to cubic inches. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to think about it a little bit. So I know that there are 3 feet in a yard, and I know that each one of those feet has 12, so that's 36 inches in 1 yard, okay? But I need to do a cubic yard. So in 1 cubic yard, I have to figure out how many inches that would be. So I say 36, and I'm going to cube it. And when I do, I get this number of 46656 inches cubed, okay? So now I need to take this conversion factor and I need to plug it in here. So remember, I want to get rid of yards, so 1 cubic yard on bottom. And then I'm going to put my 46656 inches, cubic inches on top. Yards cancel out now. And now I just plug it in my calculator. I say 32.87 times 46656. And when I do that, I get 46656. I get 1533582.72 cubic inches. And later on, when we do sig figs, you'll learn that that is this. Okay? Yep. Yep. Okay. So, and that would be our answer right there. Okay. So that's cubic conversions. So now you should be able to finish up any other worksheets where you may have had one that you weren't sure how to do. So if you have any questions, be sure to shoot me an email and I'll be glad to answer them. Talk to you later.